Welcome to the 2012 season of Hockomock League football with the Warriors of Foxborough High School. Today's matchup is between the Foxborough Warriors and the Red Rocketeers of North Attleboro High School. Coming to you from the John J. Ahern Field in Foxborough. Bringing you all of today's exciting football action are Doug Seuss and Frank Jaffoon. Now, let's join Doug and Frank down on the field for today's pregame commentary.
Okay, everybody, welcome again to Foxborough High School Warrior Football 2012 edition. Doug Seuss and Frank Jaffoon back, and joined tonight again by Pat McGuire. Although the NFL has replaced the replacement officials, we decided to keep one replacement announcer with us. So tonight we open up big game Hockomock League opener for the Warriors, and none other than the North Attleboro Rocketeers, which is a big test early in the season. Frank, what do you got on this?
Well, the season starts tonight, as you know. We usually play North Attleboro a little later on in the season, but like you said, we got an early test. Good football team, quick. The difference this year between North Attleboro, Dougie, is they got a big line. We're used to seeing 170-pound offensive guards and 200-pound tackles. These kids are 240, 250. They've got some big kids on the line, and they've got a bevy of backs that can run behind this line. They're very, very quick, beginning with the Jetty kid. They're very, very talented. Kind of an enigma to me. I saw Bishop Fian play in Attleboro the first game of the year. I went to that game because I wanted to see the Attleboro tailback, Clark. And I wasn't impressed necessarily with Attleboro, but certainly wasn't impressed with Fian. And these guys had a tough game with Fian. So, you know, the jury's out of what we're going to see here tonight.
Okay. Pat, what do you have?
Well, North Attleboro and Foxborough is always a great game. You know, it's one of those rivalry games, and with a rivalry game, every team is going to hopefully be at their best, and it's the opportunity for the kids, especially the seniors, to really step it up. They've been waiting for this game their entire football careers against North Attleboro, and now's the time to, it's the money game.
Yeah, and Foxborough comes into the contest 2-1, losing the home opener last week, heartbreaker on a field point after attempt. But again, that game they all played Whitman Hanson for basically 3 quarters. They gave up a big play, the opening kickoff. They gave up a play the next possession, and then the play at the end of the half. Other than that, Foxborough dominated most of the stats.
Yeah, and I think that's really going to help them this week, having faced a spread team last week. And even though North still runs that wing tee that they've always run, they have started spreading it out a little more over the last few years. So I think that's going to be good for them too.
Okay, and Frank, from Foxborough's perspective, what do we got to look at?
Well, I mean, they've got 2 excellent tailbacks. The Valenza kid, the junior, and certainly the Howard kid, I'm sorry, not Howard.
Howard's the tailback.
Yeah, Kevon Howard, I'm sorry.
Yep.
And 2 tailbacks that can go for over 100 yards at any time. So as long as the line, which is a little bit smallish, can get off their blocks and get downfield, I think we might have an exciting opportunity to score some points tonight.
Okay, so we just had the toss in Mike O'Leary, the retiring superintendent of grounds here for the Foxborough school system, buildings and grounds, was the honorary tosser of the coin, I guess is what you would say. And it's certainly well-deserved. Mike's a great guy, and this field's never looked so much better than it does these days, and a lot has to do with Mike's efforts on it. So,
congratulations, Mike. Absolutely great guy.
Enjoy your retirement as well. Guy had his roots in midget football along with the rest of us, and has moved on. And again, watch his kids play, his grandkids play, so on and so forth. So we are going to get the national anthem right now. Steve Massey and the high school band. again, an excellent job. And we have Foxborough will be in blue tonight, which is a welcome choice by us. And we're going to have the referees. Frank's going to read off the refs' names here.
Some of these names are going to be familiar to some of these folks, especially the Pop Warner people like Patrick and Dougie. Steve Ketterett, tremendous referee, is going to be the ref tonight. Bob Evangelista is the umpire. Brian Collins, a.k.a. Broncos, the linesman. Tim LeBlue, the line judge. George Boardman is the back judge, and working the clock tonight is Tony Rocha.
And as you can see up there, there's five officials on the field tonight. Normally we see 4, and we had an interesting conversation amongst ourselves just a few minutes prior to coming on the air as to why Foxborough is going to be happy to have 5 guys tonight instead of 4.
Yeah, it's kind of a tradition that North Attleboro, when you play down a community field, they only have 4, as we were talking about. And Jack, smart as he is, has 5 referees tonight working this game, and we'll get to why in a minute.
Okay, teeing it up for the Warriors in blue is sophomore Kyle Will, number 16, and deep for the Red Rocketeers, I believe I see number 1 is back there, is Dwayne Hunter, and joined by number 18, Alex Jetty, and the far side might be number 20, Tyler Snellner. And the ball looks like it's fielded by Snellner, and he's going to bring it back up across the 30-yard line. Warriors having a hard time bringing him down as he fights ahead for about 4 yards more. And North Attleboro set up shop 1st and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
Well, we're already off to a better start than last week.
Yeah, that's a good point, Pat. Special teams, a lot of people don't realize the importance of that feature in the game and take it for granted. And, it's nice to get kids out there, give them a chance to play, but they also got to make the tackles on that kickoff team. So North comes out, and they're going to show us a little bit of a spread formation here. We got shotgun. And this looks like Jetty with the handoff. Foxborough defense rises to the occasion.
Nice penetration.
Valenza 45 in there, and also 37, Brendan Lovely. And it looks like short gain, maybe about a yard.
You'll hear Luke Valenza's name a lot tonight, folks. Number 45, outstanding football player, junior, running back, linebacker. Last year as a sophomore, he had, I don't know how many tackles, but he probably led the team in tackles last year as a sophomore.
Pretty darn close. Now, who do we have quarterback in here? What's the number on that guy? Do you see
That's Perrin's the quarterback.
Perrin's the quarterback. Number 11, Ryan Perrin. Again in the shotgun formation. Takes a snap, and we're going to get a quick out. Screen. And Lovely smelt that out really well. And the intended receiver was Alex Jett, and he could not hold on to it, which is kind of nice. All right, we got a replay.
Let's take a peek at it again.
Yeah. I think he saw Lovely closing in on him real quick. He easily could have caught that ball. Dangerous person when he gets out in that open field, too. He is their go-to guy. He is their weapon.
And he doesn't need much of a hold, Doug, either.
No. I think their opening game, he had over 200 yards in total offense. Yeah. So we have a 3rd and about 9, let's say. Still in the shotgun. And high snap, and we got a blitz in there. And we're going to get a penalty. Valenza has the sack, but do we have a face mask?
Jesus. I hope not. But I think we might.
Jeez.
That's too bad.
Well, there's a good look there. The referee was in perfect position to see that.
That's a 1st down, too.
Yeah, it is unfortunate because North obviously would have been punting in that situation. So now, instead of getting a sack, we give up the personal foul. All face mask penalties nowadays are 15 yards, too. There's no more of that incidental or intentional. It's all 15, whether you get a little piece or twist the guy's head around.
The rain seems to have stopped over here, and I don't see any standing water other than on the sideline. So the field's in great shape.
So North now just inside their the 50-yard line. And here comes the jet sweep. Oh, great tackle.
Valenza again. Now, this game isn't even gone a minute and a half, and this kid's already got 3 tackles, Valenza.
Yeah.
Dwayne Hunter Jr. right there for North Attleboro was trying to get that block on Valenza. He just wasn't having it.
Good call, Pat. They like that's their patented jet sweep. They like to bring that guy in motion. Take that hand off and hand it to him as he's going by. And like you said, the block wasn't made. And that was really the key to breaking that thing up. So here we go, 2nd and about 8. Still in the shotgun. It's picked off. Oh, should have been.
Boy. Oh, what a
Tyler
shame.
Ames. Tyler Ames probably couldn't believe he had the ball thrown right to him.
That was 6 right there. We're going to see that again, Mike, if we can. Let's take a peek at this. Perrin takes a quick 2-step drop, throws it right into Ames's hands. He just
I don't think he saw him.
couldn't believe it was coming to him.
He was the intended receiver looked like Jetty again, and Ames was right there. Perrin never saw him. So we have 3rd and about 8. Ball is at the 50, midfield. North still in that spread formation. Trips to the top side, and here's the draw play.
And they stuffed it easily.
Yep, and the ball in that pile.
About
We have
4th and 5.
89 for Foxborough in on that tackle is John Chamberlain, captain, senior captain. So now you will see the punt team come out, but always going to worry about North trying something too, especially when you got the ball on the Foxborough side of the field. So
that's a great sign, though, Doug. A great sign that we stopped them like that,
Oh,
especially
absolutely.
after could have been a disastrous penalty.
absolutely, and Pat here, who likes to coach the defense, would agree with us 100%, I think.
Yeah, what I like is that coach is moving Valenza around, not letting them identify him easily. Looks like Valenza's job is to shut down Jetty.
Great punt.
Yeah, it is a great punt. And that's going to get
Going
into
to
the
the
end zone, thank God. And that was Jetty on the punt, too. That kid does it all. So that's like a 46-yard punt.
Absolutely.
Well done. And Foxborough bring it. And now we'll see some of that Foxborough offense that's actually been putting up some decent numbers on the ground.
Let's run these linemen down here.
Right.
Of course, I think we got an all-league kid in Nader playing tackle number 71, or excuse me, is he the guard? Yeah, he's a guard. No.
He is number 70. He's playing guard right now.
Yeah.
He's at the right guard position, Nader, and 73 is outside of him. And here comes a handoff to Howard. And he's going to run into traffic right there.
Nice play by Jack Blaze.
Yep.
So they flipped. They have Brian Booth over there playing right tackle, and I think they like Nader's pulling. So I think that's why they might have made that change to get him out there.
And at center we have is it Tyler Elfman at center?
Yep. And left tackle is Ryan Smith, and left guard is Dan McNeil.
Okay. Yep. Some former players we know well aware of from the youth program. So we have a 2nd and about 9.
We got
Foxborough motion right
I think
there.
we got movement on the left tackle.
Yeah. It seemed like the ball was a half a second slower than the surge from the offensive line on the snap. So Foxborough's going to be pushed back 5 yards.
Offense number 22, 5-yard penalty.
Make
Still
a long,
2nd down.
Long 2nd down here. 2nd and 14.
Now we have quarterback in Mike Slaby. He's basically a first-year starter at the varsity. He played a little bit on the defense, I believe, last year, and saw some action in late game situations. But it's his first chance, and his first 2 games, he is very effective and precise. And last week he struggled a little bit. And right now he's in a passing situation, but he hands off to Valenza on a draw, and we're not going to see anything there. North is all over that.
They're pinching the ends.
Yeah.
So they're going to try to keep Howard outside from going outside. You can.
Yeah.
This is. They're very well coached. North Attleboro is very well coached, as we know. I remember the night that Delaney was new to the
halftime,
program. At halftime, they shut him right down.
Yeah,
he had
second
140
half.
yards in the first half, and then they shut him down.
They
in
made
the
a
second
nice
half.
adjustment, is
Yeah.
right.
Very well coached.
Paul Powell, number 39, was on the tackle there at the bottom of that pile, and he also was joined along. Number 59 was Reed Holden. So 3rd and about 13.
Valenza again. Stuffed
And,
again.
Yeah. So Foxborough is very conservative in their opening series. Actually, thanks to the penalty, they lost yardage. So they'll be punting. Back to punt is that number 8 for Foxborough? I believe it is.
Tyler Ames.
Tyler Ames is back to
And
punt.
Jetty's deep for North Attleboro.
He's at his own 5.
I don't think that ball's going to go anywhere near Jetty.
I would hope not. a good snap. And that ball's going right to him.
Right at him.
Yep, he feels it. He fumbles it at his own 40-yard line. And Foxborough's quick to make the play. Number 12 in the tackle here for Foxborough, Mark Wilson, and joined by number 1, Jalen Reed. So great coverage by the Warriors on a really good kick by Tyler Ames.
You know, take a peek. Jetty mishandles the punt. He looks a little tentative to me right now. I'm not sure what the reason for this is because
maybe some nerves.
He's obviously nervous. Big game here. But he's not a small kid either. He's like 6'1", 180 pounds.
He's got some size to him.
Yeah.
So North takes over with their second series.
So when Foxborough is expecting the jet, they move Valenza away from Jetty.
Here he comes. There's the fake. He's going to keep it. Perrin's going to scoot ahead for like 3 yards, and Adam Salvis is on the tackle. So we're not used to seeing this formation from North. I mean, we do know that they run it, obviously, but it is breaking away from their traditional Delaware wing tee.
Yeah,
and,
without question.
I mean,
they run the spread. They've got to be very, very happy with Perrin at quarterback then to run this kind of spread offense.
Yeah.
And they must have some nice outside receivers with good hands because they're doing it again, too.
Yep. So
there's Jetty in motion.
And again, now it's a fake to him. Again, this is going to be a little kick out pass to him on the side. There's a hold over there, severe hold. There's the flag.
Threw a flag.
Yeah. It was an awful, I could see it from all the way over here, and I'm blind. Mark Wilson was tied up. Never had a chance to even break free, so that's a big break for Foxborough.
Illegal block in the back, number 32 offense. 10-yard penalty, repeat, second down.
Yeah. Maybe that's the advantage of having that extra referee right there, too, because that was easy to pick up.
Yeah.
So North's run about 7 plays, and 5 of them been to Jetty. So he is their guy, as we said.
Oh, yeah.
Foxborough looks very quick on defense. Very quick on defense to me. Not
Jetty
very
going
big.
out wide.
Valenza's up the blitz again. And there's a hitch in the throw. Oh, they pick up the penalized yardage.
You got
on
back
that play.
7.
Yeah, they did.
Looked like there was something borderline at the point of attack over there. Again, looked like one of the Foxborough defenders had a white arm draped around them, hooking them.
Perrin kind of pumped that one. It looked like, I don't know if it was intentional, but I think, to me, it looked like he wanted to throw it, and then the guy wasn't open. Then he released it. If he was pumping, he really didn't fake anybody, like you said, Pat. That may have been more of a little bit of a push in the back or a hold that freed up that receiver. So we got a 3rd and 9. Foxborough's coming. There's a high snap, and he's down.
Wow.
They just tag him, and that's a huge break.
Oh, just a huge break is right.
The Warriors were bringing the house on that one. And,
North Adam looks really, really tentative to me. Really tentative. They don't look like a team that's 3-0.
Snap was a little high, but it wasn't that bad that he couldn't get his hand on. I think he saw the blitz coming, and he only has 2 eyes, and he's trying to pick up 6 guys coming at him. So
yeah.
You know, the difference might be for North Attleboro, their last 3 games against teams, well, Fian they know pretty well, but the other 2, La Salle Academy and BC High.
What a great punt.
Yeah. Reed's going to field that at his 35, and he finds some room. He gets about 7 yards back across. Actually, it's his 25-yard line, brings him across to the 32. That had some hang time on it, boys.
Oh, yeah, that's a good punt right there.
We'll finish up what you were saying there, Pat.
Well, I mean, maybe they got the nerves from playing these 2 kids all the way up. I mean, you and I witnessed it, Doug, the whole time through. These kids battled each other the entire way through the programs.
You're right. So Foxborough with their second series, starting at their own 37-yard line. And we see Slaby gives a handoff to Valenza. Valenza just plows ahead.
He lowered his shoulder.
Good solid run. He picks up good 3 yards. But that's just solid run by Luke Valenza. That's the type of ball that we're accustomed to seeing out of him.
Carried up to the 40. Second down.
Lowers that shoulder, keeps him square too.
It's a good seal block to the inside by DeTulio from tight end right there.
Yeah, Nick's a good-sized kid out there as well. So second and about 7 for the Warriors. Slavey in the shotgun still. Now we're going to get the toss to Howard. Get a cut block on
Beautiful
the outside.
cut
Howard's
right
going to turn that corner. He's close that first down. Maybe just shy, but he's real close.
I want if we can run this back again. I've been talking to Paul Nader a couple of times about getting downfield, and I hope you're listening to this, Paul, because as we talk today, you just did it. Can we run this back again, Mike? Let's take a look at number 71, Foxborough.
Third down and 1 yard.
He's out in front over
Yeah,
there.
he's already downfield trying to make a block on the safety. I told him, I said, if you want to play football in college, they want to see offensive linemen who are going to hustle and move downfield and try to pick up a safety or a cornerback, and that's exactly what he did on that.
3rd and inches, and Valenza's going to get it.
He's got it too. First down.
Yeah. I'm just looking at him though in a shotgun when they only need like 6 inches. To me, I get a little nervous like that. I'd like to be up underneath center so that, if there's a bad snap or something like that, I might still be able to pick up that first down.
That's a very good point. Very good point.
It is a wet night. Although it stopped raining, that ground is wet. That ball's on the ground, and it's picking up moisture. And we got the first down. That's all that matters. But just my perspective, I just thought it was a little bit of a risk. But Slavey is staying in the shotgun, and Foxborough's showing a spread formation too. We're going to see Howard go in his motion. And there's Valenza on the 0 read, and he gets nothing.
That's a great play by 44.
Not much to do right there. They had 2 guys coming off the edge, so Slavey's read with the mesh, he was either way.
Kyle Rodriguez, number 44 from North Attleboro, stuffed that even before Valenza got to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, and they got a big guy out there, number 74, and I'm gonna murder this kid's name, but it looks like Takazawa Chimokaba or something like that. So I'm guessing it's an African name of some sort, but
Chikomba?
I hope I don't have to pronounce it too many times tonight.
Yeah, good point.
2nd and 11. Slavey still in a shotgun. Here comes Howard again on his version of jet. A little fake there. We got an open receiver.
Right in there, too. Right in there. Jess Todd.
Yeah. I believe Jess had a couple TDs
Let's take a peek.
recently in the game, JV game.
Slavey laid it right in there.
Yeah, he did.
Right in, right over to the defender.
That's a well-thrown ball.
Yeah, very well thrown ball. Well, we got 3rd and 11.
Boy, nobody's more mad at themselves right now than Just Todd. He's pretty upset about that over there, so he knows.
Yeah. He'll get it back. He'll have another chance.
Well, Foxborough's got to be very happy with this first quarter, especially time of possession. We got 56 seconds left in the first period. Back in the shotgun on 3rd and 11.
Slavey's getting pressure. Screen.
Nice little screen pass, get to Valenza.
This is all going to be Valenza right now.
Yeah.
And I think he got it.
I think he did too, Pat. That's all Luke Valenza, because the reality of it is North saw it coming.
They smelled it.
They smelled it, and there was not a wall of blockers out in front of them.
Let's take a peek at Luke Valenza here.
As you can see, there's one block tackle he missed. There's another one. So he has no blue jerseys in front of him, folks. I mean,
did that all on his own.
He did it all on his own. And very elusive, very powerful runner. So.
You know what? He barely got that first down.
He did.
Nader gave him that extra push to get over the line right there.
Here goes Howard going outside. He's got a hole there. Good block by Todd. Right there, the young man just makes up for that drop pass by springing Howard to the left side. And he's going to be close to first down. He's going to be shy, but.
Let's take a peek at it again.
Nice cut block. I love the cut block.
Flying in there, and
There you go.
Valenza takes him out.
Well, actually, there was Jetty right there, and that was Todd who tied him up.
The center's one of them.
God, one's trouble enough. There's got to be 2 of them. So we have ended the first quarter in a scoreless tie, but right now Foxborough has the momentum and is looking real good. North is stalled out on 2 series. Foxborough opened up really, let's say, bland and generic on their opening series, but this one here, they picked up a couple first downs and the hard running and good blocking. That's all I can see. It's football at its finest for us.
Those two running backs complement each other really well, Howard and Valenza.
I got to be honest with you. This is the best I've seen Foxborough football in 5 years. It really is. They really came prepared. The coaches are prepared. The kids are coming off the ball. They're not the biggest line I've seen, but they're coming off the ball really well.
And
the backs are running hard.
And I think we saw a lot of that in the preview early in the season. So some of the capsules that were written up about the team and the coaching staff, especially Jack Martinelli, his excitement about this group of kids. And you're right, and he hasn't been, blessed with this kind of effort and talent in about 5 years since the last Super Bowl.
Got some nice quickness.
There's a bad break there. Is that Smitty? Yeah, I think it is. Ryan Smith jumped the gun a little bit early there. So that'll move it back. Still second down, nothing to worry about. It'll make it second and a long 5. Problem is the band's playing, so you can't hear the signals. As much as we like listening to this band. We're going to see Slaby on a keeper. Nice job, Mike. And he does the safety slide and picks up the first down. Really nice play by Mike Slaby right there. Very athletic young man.
Look at 32. Mike Lambert pulled him down with one hand.
Yeah, he did. Oh, that's close to a horse collar. I know the horse collar, you got to kind of like get up inside the shoulder pads, but you pull that jersey like that too, it pretty much has the same effect. So Foxborough picks up yet another first down after the penalty, and the rain starts to fall once again with a slight drizzle. We're going to see Jalen and Todd going up top, and there's Howard. Another nice cut block by Valenza.
What a run.
Howard does have some moves, there's no doubt about it. Jalen Reed was out there along with Todd, but once again, it's Valenza's cut block.
Howard following the S-curve on this run right here.
Yeah. Todd tried to do a cut block as well. Yeah, good run there. Good tackle by number 20 from North Attleboro, Tyler Sellner. Now, Pat, you've coached with me a few years, and we're not coaching together this year, but you know how I love that cut block. I preach it all the time, and this is the reason why, because it makes things happen.
Especially on sweeps. The cut block on the sweep is...
We're going to see Valenza go inside, and he's going to keep going, and we're going to have 6 points out of Valenza. That is a nice run by Luke Valenza.
That's some good blocking up front.
It was. There was a huge hole that the 3 of us could run through. So that's how big that was.
Let's take a peek at this one, Mike.
Very, very, very nicely designed play with a lot of attention being paid on Howard coming across with the motion. Kyle Wills in. Yep. Kyle Wills in to make the point after attempt. Yep. Balaz Bosniak is the holder. And I think we get a good kick. Yeah, we certainly do.
Got it.
Kyle Will does have a good foot. We always said that, huh, Mac?
Yes, absolutely. That was a good kick. We got Bosniak holding it for him.
Yep. And again, if we can get a replay of that touchdown run, maybe we'll see how big that hole was and who may have made a couple key blocks here. But Valenza basically untouched once he broke the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, and he... Yeah, we couldn't see it.
As you can tell, there's all the white shirts were behind them.
Yeah.
They're looking at each other like,
I can
wow.
tell you one thing, there was no linebackers there.
No, there was not. All right, here we go.
Let's take a peek. So he started out over the right guard.
Yeah.
And brought it back a little bit.
I think the backers went with the motion. I really think they thought Howard was taking it on the jet. Yep.
Nice little trap with the right side of the line coming down and McNeil pulling through.
So Sellner gets this one, and he breaks a tackle. He breaks another one, and he's still going. Gets out 33-yard line. Nice little run there by Tyler Sellner.
You gotta call a personal foul on Foxborough right there.
Ah, Jesus.
Nice tackle by Mark Wilson, staying in his lane.
Wilson's had a couple of plays already tonight.
I'll tell you one thing, that North Attleboro bench right now is worried.
Unnecessary roughness. 15-yard penalty from the end of the return. First down.
They actually identified the
culprit.
Did they say that? Did they say number 1? I thought I heard him say a number. But
I thought I heard him say the number 2.
Yeah, they don't do that in high school football, but at least not on a loudspeaker. All right, so North gets bonus of 15 yards and brings it out just past their own 47-yard line. We're just over 9 minutes left in the half. North's third possession.
Oh,
the ball's
boy.
on the ground, and I think Valenza's got it.
Have it.
I think
We
Valenza
do
does have it. There you go.
Wow.
That young man came to play tonight.
Sure did.
That's 3 fumbles these folks have had.
Yeah.
3 of them.
Yeah, uncharacteristic of North Attleboro football.
I don't even know if the exchange was clean.
I don't think it was. And the fact that Valenza's blitzing just about every play, nobody's there to stop them.
Yeah.
The way Valenza's played so far, the Perrin didn't have a chance of getting that ball
I
away
couldn't agree
from
with you
him.
more, Pat. He was not getting that ball. With them 2 fighting for it, Valenza was coming out on top. So Foxborough, huge break, great opportunity. North Attleboro 45-yard line. A little confusion here between Slaby and Howard. And you see Slaby keep it again, and he's going to pick up 3. I like the fact that Slaby is getting a couple carries here too. It keeps the defense honest, I believe.
Oh, absolutely.
You know, and like the first time he picked up a first down, that time there he got 3 yards. There's nothing wrong with that.
I think if he can kick that play out a little bit, he's going to even get more yardage because the defensive end is crashing right down going after Howard.
Yeah, coaching staff was telling me that they love the way Slaby reads that mesh with the defensive end. He leaves it in there and pulls it out at just the last second. Something.
Well, he looked good doing it that time.
So now we're going to see Howard, and Howard's got a huge hole in the middle, and he keeps going. He bounces off a couple tacklers.
Wow.
Yeah, Wow is right. That's good hard running by the young man. 59 on a tackle for North Attleboro's Reed Holden again. Look at just, 44 laid a hit on him. He just kept going. That's
Kyle Rodriguez.
Yeah, Kyle Rodriguez. He put his shoulder in, and again, as defensive coaches, we've all said it, you got to wrap him up too. He popped him, and Howard's obviously a strong young man. So Foxborough picks up the first down, and we're going to see Howard in motion. He's going to take that handoff, and he's got the corner, and he's going to score the hit for about 6 yards, down to about the 25-yard line.
I think Foxborough's really feeding off of this rain. I think they're excited for this rain. You know, like we've all said, football is just, it's fun in the rain.
It's fun in the rain. It's fun when you're winning in the rain, that's for sure. And North, I think normally a quick team would prefer the ideal game situations. You know, a dry field, you know, that type of, you know, scenario where, you know, they're not affected by this. Right now, Foxborough seems to have the better traction. Because they're certainly making cuts.
I'm very impressed with their offensive line.
We're going to have a timeout. There's no problem there. Good idea. If you're not sure, call the timeout.
Timeout, Foxborough. This is a 27.
I noticed last week, Pat, when I was watching the game on Cable 8 this week, you pointed out the old 5 timeouts per half. Frank and I have. We love that factor.
We've been beating that in the ground for years, huh?
The fact that there's 20 timeouts in a game is just unbelievable. It's hard to describe.
Well, I tell you something. If we can kick in another touchdown before the half,
I agree. We get the
that's
second
going
half
to bode
kickoff
well.
too.
Yeah, absolutely.
We're
just running the clock.
We are. We're at 7:24 remaining in the half. And Slaby's going to hand off to Valenza again. And he's going to score him ahead. He's going to be
he was stuffed and still got 3 yards.
Yeah, he's going to be just shy.
Just a tough kid. Squares his shoulders to the line of scrimmage, like you said earlier.
Yeah. The thing about Valenza is that he's a north-south runner, and he's going to look forward lean. He keeps his shoulders squared. Yeah, and he is. He's shy of that. There's a good picture by our crew down on the field, but he's about a yard short. But that's all him right there, grinding out that extra. And he has speed too. That's the other thing. He's a fullback with speed.
Well, you know they got 6, 7 guys in a box.
Yeah, they do.
They just expect this. Uh-oh, there goes the ball.
I think we may have got it back, though. We caught a break. Yep.
Yeah.
Not sure what happened
I don't know
there.
if he got the handoff cleanly.
No, it never went in there. Bounced right back up to him, though. Between the knees. It looks like.
Look it
oh
in,
my
kid.
God.
Look it in. Look it in.
So Foxborough loses a yard on that. And it'll be 4th and 1 from the 21-yard line. Big play right here. This
Biggest play of the ball game right
could swing momentum further in Foxborough's direction.
I'm running right over right guard. I'm running right over.
Yeah, they got everybody up in the box.
Right over Nader. I don't know if he got it.
He's not going to get a good spot.
That's going to be close.
I'm not sure he got a good spot. North Attleboro does hold.
They held him. That is enormous for North Attleboro.
Yeah, it is. That's a big swing back in their favor now. They had good penetration right here.
Everybody in.
Yeah. Yeah, he got hit like 3 times in the backfield. And the spot was a good spot. He didn't make the marker. So Foxborough kind of wastes an opportunity there. But they still have the lead. North Attleboro pinned down deep in their territory, and they're back to the spread formation. And Jetty's going to take the handoff, and he's got the corner.
Oh, boy, he was gone.
Yeah,
Somebody just tripped him up.
Wilson, touchdown saving tackle right there.
Wow, he just got him by the ankle. He was gone.
Yeah, he was.
Nice play.
Gain of about 12 by Jetty. He just, he had daylight, like you said.
He doesn't even look like he's running. He looks like he's floating. Quick.
That was a quick play right there. He looked a lot faster right there.
Yeah, he did. You're right.
So North has first down. Ball now out at their 34-yard line. 5.5 minutes left. And we're going to see straight ahead. And it's number 1 for North, and he's still going. And he gets a first down.
Dwayne Hunter.
Dwayne Hunter just takes the quick hitter and shredded through the Foxborough middle.
Let's take a look at Hunter right now. This is a tough run.
Yeah, it is.
1, 2, 3,
Gotta wrap
4,
him, guys.
5 guys on him.
Gotta wrap him.
Yeah, it's first one there. Valenza didn't knock down just with his shoulder.
Hunter's listed 5'7", 175.
Really?
A guy like that,
That's a
you gotta
bowling
wrap
ball.
him.
Yeah. So, we're going to have some sort of penalty. It's going to be Foxborough offsides.
And they just gained 7.
Straight ahead run, 32 for North Attleboro is Mike Lambert.
3 very talented backs they have.
Illegal formation.
Oh, that's
offense.
good.
Wow.
5 men in the backfield.
All right. I saw the quick flag. I thought maybe Foxborough's offsides, but I like this even better. This is like a 12-yard swing because he gained about 7 yards right there. So moves North back to their own 40-yard line.
I would have read that as they didn't have 7 men on the line of scrimmage. That's why he's the referee.
Foxborough just brought in Kyle Valenzola, and I don't know if you guys got a chance to check out the game last week. Valenzola delivered a couple huge hits that really swung the momentum in Foxborough's favor in the middle of that game.
What number is he, Pat?
41.
41. We'll watch him.
All right. So North, the full house backfield, still in the shotgun. Perrin takes a snap, hands off to number 13, and Valenzola was on him and was involved in that tackle. Jack Blaze on the carry, gets the 5 yards back, and I believe Valenzola was on the tackle.
Well, this rain's really starting to pick up now.
Yeah, it is.
2nd and 10.
So 2nd down and 10, ball at the 45 of North Attleboro.
They don't want to put the ball up in the air either.
Conditions aren't really the best for that.
Watch out for the jet to this side.
There's the motion. Lambert in
His
motion.
Blaze. Up the sideline is Lambert. Yep, 32. Nice gain there.
That was American number 32. Mike Lambert.
And he picks up like 6. So we're going to see a 3rd and a 4-yard.
3rd down and about 4.
4 yards, short 4.
I believe that was the infamous North Attleboro crackback right there that got him around the corner.
Yep.
Timeout here.
That's Pat, you just brought it up. I forgot about it, but that's the reason why I think Foxborough has determined that they wanted to have 5 officials on this field tonight. North Attleboro, as Pat just mentioned, has built into their system on their Delaware wing tee a crackback block to spring the man in motion on a jet sweep or
20
even
seconds,
a
timeout,
quick pitch.
Foxborough.
The crackback block is sometimes not evident by one of the officials, but I think having that fifth official on the line is a big help to determining whether or not there's going to be a penalty called.
Yeah, because basically you have line judges on both sides of the ball. So the side they run to, you're right. I mean, it's huge to have another set of eyes over there, and they are notorious for it.
Yep.
But if you don't get caught, it's okay. So back to the shotgun in the spread formation. We got twins on both sides. Here comes the motion with Lambert. And this is going to be a keeper by Perrin, and he's got nothing.
Not happening. Nader's all over it.
Nader and Valenza.
And 52.
52 for the Warriors.
Zach Atanisov.
Yep, you got that right. Boy, he got dropped like a bad habit right there.
Yeah, he did.
Boom. Here's the hit.
Not going anywhere.
Yeah.
Boy, Valenza's a good football player. You don't even have to be a student of this game to watch this kid play. He's where the ball is all the time. He just has a feel for it.
And that was known when he was like 10 years old.
I was just about to say, Doug, me and you have had the pleasure of watching him for about 8 years.
He's a great ball player. So North is back in punt formation, and Jetty has it, and he gets a nice spiral kickoff.
There's another one.
Jalen Reed's going to let this roll, get the heck away from it.
That could be a bad thing. That's inside the 5.
Yeah, it is.
That's another great punt by Jetty.
What? Just...
Yeah, why is he standing
Why
over
is he standing? That just made me nervous as can be right there. The ball's rolling at him.
And the thing is, he's being yelled at by the coaches on the sideline. Get away from it! Get away from it!
Yeah, he kind of like lifted his leg at the last.
One bad hop, and all of a sudden you're screwed.
This field looks great, but there's bumps out there. I can tell you that much.
Well, we were talking timeouts. You're going to see some timeouts now.
Yeah, North is going to use them if they can. Foxborough needs to pick up a first down, at least 2, to kill this clock. I think what do we got back here? We got, Slaby is under center. Just be on the safe side. Reed's the lone back. Howard's the lone back. And he's going to get nothing off that right side.
We just have to have clean handoffs right here and try to punt it away.
He actually loses 2 on that. And North does not call timeout. They're going to let this go down.
Very surprised.
Sure, Foxborough's not going to be in any rush to get this play off then.
Why?
No, why would you?
That's
no.
right.
Second down and 12.
We're at 2 minutes remaining in the first half.
Don't understand that one.
Yeah.
Now he's got to call timeout.
Yeah, you're going to see it now. There it is.
He must only have 1 or 2 left. That's all I can think of.
I can't think of him using that many, you know. I mean,
it didn't seem
maybe
like I
one.
know they used 1 down here.
But North Attleboro.
I mean, they get 37 timeouts a half. So.
Yeah, I mean, he let a good 20 seconds roll off that clock, you know. So now Foxborough's looking at a
And
third
why
and
do
10.
I'm sorry,
Right.
Dougie. Why do you think they have so many timeouts? You've talked about this, I'm sure.
I mean, the 3 are traditional. I get that with the 3 full timeouts.
Yeah.
It seems like they added the 2 20 seconds with the 1 kid going over.
I had it explained by my son, because there's so much running involved in high school football. They need to stop the clock. Because I said, why in God's name would we have so many timeouts? It's a running game. You know, you don't throw the ball. We don't have a lot of quarterbacks that are being utilized in that way.
Well, if that's the case, make them 12-minute quarters.
Yeah. Amen. Amen.
Take a timeout away and add an extra minute to each quarter.
Absolutely. I agree with you 100%.
Here's Howard going to try the right side. He's only going to get a couple.
And if they got another
we're
one.
going to see another timeout by North.
There you go. There you go.
Good
So
thing.
maybe what they were looking at was saving a couple for the offensive side of it.
I'm sure.
Timeout,
because,
North Attleboro.
They
This is a
certainly
20-second
would probably put the
timeout.
ball up in the air more than they have so far. But if they do run it, they still need to be able to stop the clock.
Now we've got 1:42 left in this half. 4th down. They got a punt from the end zone. Are we bringing everybody here?
They got Jetty back there, and I would say that, why not? Because this would take a heroic kick by Ames.
Just to get it to the 30.
Yeah. Gets a clean snap, and he gets off a good kick, and it's going to hit the ground.
Looking for the return.
Oh, he's got
I don't understand. Right there.
Yeah.
There's a push in the
That's a
back.
push
That's
in the
obvious. That's a great tackle, too.
That's an unbelievable play by number one.
Jalen Reed. Now, how the heck
did they miss that?
How the heck does that kid push Reed in the back and think he's going to get away with it?
I was just. Did you see him throw his hands up after the play?
We got everything going on here.
Number 20 on the return team.
Let's see what happens here.
That penalty
Oh my! He pushed him right into him.
And he was upset about the. Look at.
Nobody around him.
That's it.
Nobody around him. He pushed him right into it.
He actually helped make the tackle by pushing Reed into Jetty.
Absolutely.
And then you're going to get the 10 yards on top of it. So Foxborough catches a nice break, a good punt by Ames. Once again, gets the ball out of the end zone and with a little bit of pressure on, not much, but
not enough.
But Jetty let that ball hit the ground too. Yep. You know, I mean, was he nervous about going up and fielding it on the fly? So here you go, North Attleboro at the 45, their own 45.
They got to get this ball in the air, you would think.
And there's a reverse.
Well, there's a counter crisscross.
That's what it is, yep.
Good job by Lovely staying home right there.
Now,
Nader at the bottom as well.
We were talking earlier about this Delaware wing tee that they've run for successful so many years. That's one of the key components of it is what they call the crisscross.
Yeah, the power crisscross. They run the double handoff.
Double handoff, and they're very successful.
They sure are.
They got 8 there.
And we're going to see a pass here.
Oh, boy. Screen.
Ball's down on the ground.
Incomplete.
It's going to be rolled incomplete.
Saltis was all over that screen.
Right on him, too, right on him.
Adam Saltis with great coverage. You're right. He wasn't fooled, Pat.
That's a well-coached defense right there. That's a well-coached defense.
Yeah. Valenza again with pressure, and look at Saltis. He's all over that.
Everybody's got somebody.
So we have 1:01 left.
3rd and 2. They got to get the first down, right?
Yeah.
They probably got a timeout left. I don't know. I
believe they have one. I would guess they have one.
Yeah.
Looked like Jetty was running for a little screen on the other side, too.
He might have had a double screen going.
Yeah, with the pressure, he didn't have a chance to really look.
Yeah, Valenza was coming in hot from the other side.
That's right. So here you go, 3rd and about 3. Here's Jetty in motion. And there's going to be a handoff here to the right side. And look at,
just stuffed it.
Oh, great hit in there, guys. Number 9 for the Warriors, Alex Pacitti, the captain, stepped up with the first pop and drops Dwayne Hunter.
Chamberlain did an excellent job right there setting the edge, too. Chamberlain strung that play out right into Pacetti's contain.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right,
no gain on the play. In fact, they may have lost a half a yard, so the clock is still running. We're down to 30 seconds. And North may be content with calling one timeout and get one last playoff down, a Hail Mary type of thing. It looks like that's what they're waiting for.
I think they're just going to punt it, to be honest with you, Doug. Let it run out. Let the clock run out.
The officials standing right over by the North Attleboro coaching staff, and they're going to call timeout, 12.7.
You think they're going to call another play?
I think, you know what, I think what they're going to do is they're going to run a play, and, you know, worst case, if Foxborough gets the ball back, they're going to have, 2 ticks maybe to run something themselves. But seeing what happened last week, you watch game film, you see how Foxborough gave up that Hail Mary at the end of the half. Why not take a shot? And if Foxborough intercepts it, it's like a punt.
See what Don Johnson's thinking over there.
Please reset the game clock.
Now, we have a lot of coaches on our team, but North Attleboro seems to always have like 30 coaches, too. I mean, they really do. They got a lot of guys that are on their coaching staff, and a lot of guys been there for a lot of years. And I think basically what happens is if you were a good football player for North Attleboro, which there's always good football players, but if you're among the elite, you end up being on their coaching staff someday in some capacity.
Well, here we go. All that time and all the consternation about this play. Let's see what happens there. Perrin's
he's in the shotgun.
Sitting in the shotgun.
Trips right.
I'm going to try to find Jetty here, and I'm going to put 2 on him.
They're jamming the receivers at the line.
It's going to be Jetty.
And he's going underneath, and he does have Jetty underneath. Good tackle.
Timeout.
He does have the first down, and it's going to be 4.1 seconds. And North does take a timeout.
Play results of the first down. Timeout, North Attleboro. This is a full timeout.
And that may be their last. Now, the suggestion I'm going to have to our partner.
Take a look at Jetty coming off the line of scrimmage and a quick hitch.
Foxborough's covering for the Hail Mary, and they go across, quick hitter across the middle, and take a swing at it later in the little closer.
It's a good call. Lovely with his speed was able to keep up with Jetty, but Perrin threw a good pass. What I was about to say was, with the technology we have with Cable 8, maybe we can match the NFL. We have like little bars underneath the team names with the amount of timeouts. I don't know if we can get 5 bars up there or not.
I want an illustrator.
Yeah.
So we can write on the screen. I want to play.
So, look. All right, yeah, I'm looking at the screen. That's right. There's no bars up there right now. So there was a big one there for a minute. Now Foxborough just calls the time.
Timeout.
That's a possession bar.
This is a full timeout.
Now Foxborough wants to take a look. Now they've seen what North was coming out with, and North is bound to change it.
Foxborough Warrior TT is open scoring giant. All funds.
Timeouts, 2 and 2. Wow.
2 left. I thought North Attleboro just had 12 of them.
Yeah.
Wow, God.
I don't argue with Frank in the truck because he's usually right on. So we won't. Yeah, that's it. That's it. I'm gonna start writing these things down on a piece of paper. Maybe that'll help me.
Well, good job, Frank. We need you.
So North, again, with 4.1 seconds, they are on the Foxborough 25-yard line.
All right, Coach, what are we doing here? Where are we going? I'm going to try to find 18, I'll tell you that.
I am too. Although Lambert has also been, in their prior games, he's also been a weapon.
Yep.
He's got a couple touchdown receptions, I believe.
So they're going to run trips to one side with Jetty by himself on the other side.
Foxborough really needs to put pressure on Perrin right here, and they're not getting any. And he's going to.
There we go.
He gets hit, and it's going to be picked off. Oh, it should have been.
Man.
That'll end a half. Foxborough has had 2 perfectly placed interceptions that they've dropped. Reed might have done some damage on this one.
Yeah, I think you're right.
I think that's why the ball hit the ground, because he was too busy playing his touchdown dance.
Oh, look at this. He just threw that thing up there on a good hit. And look at this. Look at this. Oh, God.
Well, we could be looking at 21-0 right now.
We certainly should be looking at 14. But the Warriors will take this halftime lead of 7-0.
Absolutely.
And well played first half on their part. North Attleboro not looking like the 3-0 team that we thought we'd see here tonight so far. So I'm happy with it. We get the second half kickoff, and that's going to be crucial because I think we need to punch one in, guys. We got to get up 2 touchdowns. I won't feel really comfortable unless I know I'm up by 2 on these guys.
Well, let's not count the chickens, right?
No.
Because this North Attleboro team that we just saw is not going to be the one that we see in the second half. I'm telling you right now. No. They're going to make adjustments, and they're going to try to figure out how they can find this kid Lambert and how they can find Jetty open down the field some way, or try to maneuver him, either one of those kids, sideways, because they've got too much speed to not go to them.
Yeah.
Foxborough so far has been following the blueprint that Foxborough uses when they beat North Attleboro. They've been running the ball, controlling the time of possession, and they've been playing good defense. That's how they've been beating them. When they beat them, that's how you beat them.
Yeah, they certainly have played good defense. No question about that, Pat.
All right, so we're going to take a break here while the marching band comes out. Weather's going to maybe cooperate with them. It's still drizzling, but we'll be back probably in about 10 minutes, folks, for the second half action.
Lonely Hats Club Band, and features the unique music of the Beatles. Please welcome the Foxborough High School Marching Band.
I was a little nervous there. One more play for the 25.
Foxborough Warrior Marching Band. How about that on a night like this? Big, big cheer for the Foxborough Marching Band.
Okay, we're back for the second half of tonight's tilt between the Foxborough Warriors and North Attleboro Red Rocketeers. Foxborough clinging to a one-touchdown lead at the half on a Luke Valenza run. We'll look at the stats that are posted up there now. One of you guys want to take that?
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the second
Well,
half.
Foxborough has been able to control the clock, which, based off of their running game, North Attleboro got things together a little bit in the second quarter because the defense completely stifled them at the beginning. But it's been predominantly a defense. The big thing right there is the 4 penalties for 40 yards and the 1 turnover.
Yeah, the Foxborough's penalties haven't hurt them. Fortunately, the 1 penalty in North Attleboro was a killer at the end of the half.
Let's take a look at Luke Valenza here.
Yeah, 54 has good block there.
Yep. That was a big hole. That was a big hole.
That's a huge hole.
That's a good block by McNeil.
That's really nice. Help spring that. So Foxborough should be getting the second half kickoff, barring a fumble or an onside kick, a successful onside kick. Hopefully they'll be able to continue the momentum and grind the clock and go down. Slaby has thrown, I believe, 1 pass tonight, and it was incomplete. It was a well-thrown ball to Todd, who couldn't come down with it. But they really haven't had to throw the ball. The running game is working. It's a good mix between Valenza and Howard, and then Slaby himself has got a couple carries.
Yeah.
So they are mixing it up. We're not seeing just a Howard show tonight where a team can key on somebody.
Well, like we've talked a million times, Doug, doing these games, this is a game that could go right down to the last second. I don't doubt for a second that North Attleboro, who hasn't come out here with a plan in the second half to curtail our running game and put more people up front or blitz more people, different people, whatever. And I'm sure Foxborough is going to counter that with plays of their own, defensively and offensively. It's going to make it a good game. I'm to be honest with you, I'm pleasantly surprised by Foxborough. In all honesty, I didn't think Foxborough had the manpower, not the toughness or the grit to play with them. They always can play with them. It's just I didn't think they had the manpower, the skill set to play with them. But I'm very, very, very impressed. I'm very impressed with Foxborough's offensive line. I thought they got off the ball really well. They maintained their blocks, and they got downfield. So very, very, very happy with the way Foxborough played a football game tonight.
And I think, too, the key factor is Foxborough came into this game healthy. In some years past, in key matchups, not just North Attleboro, we've had some injuries. 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 We've had some injuries to certain players that when you don't have that depth. I mean, we're
Sure.
looking here at almost 100 kids in front of us.
Yep.
But the reality of it is you do not have 100 star athletes right there. You get 100 football players who love the game, and there's probably 30 good football players out there.
Yep.
And there's some younger kids that are going to be good football players. But North is just a factory. They have the numbers. They have more to choose from. And that's why year after year they're always at the top as well. So I would agree with your assessment, and I am pleasantly surprised the fact that we are ahead. We are playing with them, and barring any bad things like turnovers in the second half,
That's the key.
we could come away with a victory here.
Sure, that's the key. You hit it right on the head. Turnovers. If we don't hit, and the weather's been lousy, especially during the half, it rained like heck, and we'll see what happens.
Yep. So back for Foxborough is Howard and Buzniak. And it looks like Dwayne Hunter is doing the kicking chores for the Rocketeers. Now we have a malfunctioning clock here.
One big difference from last year, we were talking about the differences between this year and last year for the Warriors, is 22. Kevon Howard was not playing in that game last year, and he's made a significant contribution.
Yeah, in fact, he's had a great start to the season. What's he got, like 9 touchdowns in 3 games?
He was used rather sparingly, I thought, in the first half. I mean, I don't know how many times he rushed the football, but I'm going to say
he
it
had
wasn't
10 carries.
You think he had 10?
I think he had 10, maybe. You know, not more than 10.
He played a big role in that
Valenza
touchdown
had
drive.
probably equal amount of carries.
Yeah, the Boston Globe had a write-up about Howard today in the paper. Good little story about him.
Yeah, he's also a track star too. So you know, he's got some doors opening up for him for college next year, and that's good. It's good to see. So we do have Hunter doing the kicking for North, and he gives it a little shot to the left side towards Buzniak. Buzniak does the right thing, just covers up. Really not much blocking in front of him. But smart thing by Balaz. Protect that ball. Foxborough will take over their own 24-yard line. Now this is where we need to grind the clock, keep moving the chains.
I mean, the North Attleboro kickoff team has 2 choices if they're kicking it deep. You can either kick it to the star running back that has 9 touchdowns this year, or you can kick it to the sophomore.
Yeah, we're going to the sophomore. So Foxborough comes out spread. Valenza, the lone back, in the 0 read, and nothing there. And there's the big guy, whatever his name is, 74.
Boy, he came right down the line of scrimmage quickly.
Chicomba there makes the tackle.
Yeah, he's right down the line. Nobody touched him.
I think part of that there was Slaby actually held on to that ball a long
Maybe a little
time.
too long, you're right.
And Valenza was like trying to run with it, and Slaby still had his hands on it. So Foxborough loses 3 on the play. So it'll be 2nd and 13.
And big difference this year is Valenza's helmet came off because of the rule changes with the NCAA.
Now he
because
has to
it
come
came
out.
off, he's out for a play.
Yeah, that does not help us. So Howard's going to take this one, and he's not going to get nothing.
He's not. He's lost 3.
Yeah, so this is very similar to the first series for Foxborough in this contest, where they ran basically 3 plays and gained no yardage, and now they're staring at a long 3rd and like 17 here. Their own 20-yard line.
And I'm not sure we want to put the ball in the air.
No.
They've, on 3rd and long, it seems they like to run the draw play.
Mm-hmm.
So I wouldn't be surprised to see that right here.
And that's what you're going to get. It's still kind of like.
Oh, he
Great
almost
run.
broke it.
You know what? It's a shame that they lost so much on the first 2, because there's a 15-yard run there by Howard.
And now they have to punt the ball.
Now they get a punt.
Nice run.
Keeps his balance. Does a really nice job there. Once again, 44 for North Attleboro is involved in that tackle, Kyle Rodriguez. So Ames back to punt. 4th and 3 for the Warriors.
Jetty's not back to return it, actually.
This is a shank.
Oh, not a good punt.
It's going to roll out of bounds at about the 45, 46-yard line. So not a good punt there. Ames, who had hit his first 2 punts very well. Who do they have back there? 20, Selner?
Yeah, Selner was back there returning the punt instead of Jetty.
Yeah, surprising there.
Well, and I don't see Jetty in there now either, Pat.
Something wrong with him, perhaps?
Maybe. Maybe.
Oh, there he is.
Yeah, he's out there. He's going
Is
out
he?
to the he's going out to the left side.
Oh, he's
in
way
the
over
slot.
the other side, yep.
All right, so here goes North again in the spread offense. Shotgun formation. And there's Jetty, got to take the fake. And there's the play to Hunter, and this is the play that Valenza scored on. Very similar.
Boy, he just couldn't get outside his block.
Yeah, couldn't. Pacitti makes the tackle, but that's like a 20-yard run right there. And yeah, it's the same exact play Foxborough scored on.
Let's take a peek here.
Foxborough's bringing the pressure from the outside, and they just run inside of it.
Well blocked too. So North has first down at Foxborough's 35-yard line. Same formation. And we're going to see Lambert go motion this time. Now the inside handoff again.
Same thing the other way.
Yeah, exactly. Well, this is Valenza's going to come out. He looks like he's hurt a little bit. This is the danger of blitzing a lot too, because if you over pursue and that hole's there, and that's what we've seen is like 2 draw plays almost.
Hunter hits the hole quickly too.
Yeah, he sure does, doesn't he?
That little guy gets up to speed quickly.
Johnny Abdu, number 58, checks in for Valenza. North is looking at a 2nd and 6. Same formation again. And motion again by Lambert. And he's going to take it this time. He's got a pulling guard out in front of him, and he's got all kinds of room.
He's gone.
That was quick.
That was quick.
There's your adjustments, like you said.
Watch the offensive lineman for North Attleboro when we see the replay on this thing.
Yeah, the
almost
other
everyone is a cut block.
Yeah.
Almost everyone to the left side.
We got a flag on the play.
Flag on the play.
Oh,
It's
okay.
coming back.
It's not going to make them happy over there, but there's a big break. Brian Jetty, Ben Jetty, number 54, was one of the lead blockers out there. Maybe they got him on a crackback.
That was a clip or a crackback or something, 15 yards.
That's huge. That is huge because he basically was untouched. We'll come back to that in a minute.
Yeah, see if we can
So
identify
we have
the penalty.
We have 2nd and about 7, maybe 17, 18. Here comes Jetty in motion, and it's up the middle again. And this time, Valenza and company stops it. Saltus at the bottom of that pile as well, and Nader. All right, maybe you guys can see something here. A hold, maybe, on Lovely.
They didn't even have anybody to block. It was just wide open.
All I could see there was maybe a guy had a little bit of Lovely's shirt, but that wouldn't have been 15 yards.
I think it was a chop block. I think one of the guys was engaged and they got
Good
cut.
possibility. So we have a 3rd and 15. Ball's on the 40-yard line of Foxborough. And again, Foxborough's showing blitz, and we're going to see a pass, and they're going to. It's intercepted. Intercepted by Pacitti. No, it's Ames. He's got some room. He's got some blocking. Hold on to that ball.
Wow.
No, it is Pacitti, number 9. Yep. Well, we finally held on to one of those, and that's big. Wow. I actually was watching the quarterback because I was waiting for the late flag for the roughing the passer because we had the pressure on. He got rid of the ball, and then we still hit him. And I was thinking, like, oh, please.
What a huge turnaround, huh?
That was huge. See, there's the hit by Valenzola, but this is. Oh,
that's a great pick right there.
It is. It absolutely is a fantastic
Is that a
pick.
one-handed grab?
I don't know, but he came down with it and had a nice return as well. So Foxborough's going to do the toss sweep to Howard, and he's going to turn that corner, and he's going to get about 7 yards.
Well, he gets up to speed pretty quickly, doesn't he?
That kid can run. That kid can run.
Turns on the Jets when he hits that corner.
They're going to give him 6 instead of 7, but that's okay. It'll be 2nd and 4.
It's raining pretty hard out here now.
Yeah. Foxborough inside North Attleboro's 40-yard line at the 38. We're at 6:20 in the third quarter. And again, still in a shotgun. Foxborough does have a guy in a slot. And there's Slaby on the keeper. And he's only going to gain a couple. He's going to come up about a yard short over there. Showed some wheels there, but North Attleboro basically strung that out. Once again, 44 was over there. Kyle Rodriguez for the Rocketeers.
Got to keep them honest. Can't have them crashing on Valenza every time on that give.
I agree, Mac. There's nothing wrong with that. Short yardage situation, good field position. Having Slaby keep that one there does keep the offense, the defense, honest. So we're going to see a 3rd and 2. North just sitting back, and Slaby with another keeper. Boy, he holds on to that ball a long time, doesn't he, guys?
Oh, yeah.
Howard wanted to run with that.
Yeah, I know it. That was a nice trap by Nader right there.
All right. Frank sees the trap block by Nader. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You think that was pretty good?
That was pretty darn good. That's pretty darn good is right. I like Nader, too.
Oh, I think he's a tough,
since
he's
his
a
sophomore
tough,
year,
rotten kid. I like him.
Since his sophomore year, he's been a starter. So Foxborough picks up a big first down there at the 29, actually, of North Attleboro. And we're going to see Howard in motion. He's going to take the handoff, and he sees a hole there. And he holds on the ball and gets it down to the 20.
They ran those trips, and then they just cut him down.
Oh,
I just want to say again, Paul Nader, I'm watching you, and you're getting downfield again. Good job, buddy. Good job. Keep working. Keep working. Cut it. Yeah, boy. Nice job.
Yeah, Howard's laying a lick on those guys trying to tackle him, too. He's coming at full speed.
I got to tell you, we're beating them up.
Yeah, we are. So we have a short situation here, a 2nd and 2. And we're going to see Howard again. He's going to
little stutter step. He got the first down.
He does pick it up. Move the chains once again.
That's a huge first down. Huge.
Coming down to 4 minutes remaining in the third.
Absolutely. Boy, they don't want us to score again.
No, this is what we needed right here.
Let's take a look at it again.
We needed a drive like this. We just got to finish it off. There's Nader again on the pole.
Looks like he almost slipped, but he caught his balance and made a nice cut.
He does have great balance, Frank.
Yeah.
Shifty, speedy, and yet, right there, easily could have lost his footing and kept it.
He'll hit you, too. He's lowering his shoulder, running through there.
All right, we got Valenza in the slot here, so Slaby's going to keep it again. And look at this.
Right
Slaby's going to pick up about 8 in the middle.
Right up the middle. They're just wearing them out, Doug.
They are.
We're out quicking them, and we're into their linebackers.
The
really
interior
quickly.
blocking. The interior blocking right now, guys. You know this as well as I do. This is great inside blocking. Look at the hole.
Yep. Nice job. Nice job.
They were keen on Howard. I think the fact that we had Valenza in that slot, they were thinking jet to this side for sure. And Slaby made a nice play. And all right, we're going to see Valenza, and he's going to turn the corner, and he's smelling end zone.
Boy, he's close, too.
He is darn close. They're going to mark him really shy.
Right at about the one.
Man, I'm telling you, he's about a half a foot short of that.
He can break some tackles.
Oh, yeah.
Let's take a peek again.
This is a great angle, guys. Good job down on the field. Look at this. Cut block again by Reed. And watch Valenza at the very end here. Oh, man, how do you spot him short?
He's going to put his knee down at the one.
Yeah. What an effort by Luke Valenza.
Yeah, he wanted it, didn't he?
Where was that line judge last week against Whitman Hanson?
Yeah, there you go. Here we are. We're right on the doorstep here. And Valenza is going to bounce in. I think he's got this. Let's see the signal. There. No. They're going to say 2nd down. Oh, my God.
It's okay. We'll kill some more clock.
Yeah, that's the best part of this. Take another 25 off.
I don't know if you can say this is a huge upset or not, but boy, it's a huge upset.
It can be.
They got to stick this in right here.
Howard's he's gonna crash in.
He's in.
There he is. So a nice drive put together after the interception by Pacitti. And Foxborough now is up by 13, pending an extra point attempt by Kyle Will.
Kevon Howard on that drive just took the ball in his hands.
Great job.
He did. Mike Slavey too, because Michael had about 4 carries on that series. We got ball
we got a penalty there.
73 for the Warriors moved.
False start. Number 73
sophomore
offense.
Booth.
5-yard
There's
penalty.
no reason,
it
guys,
will be the try.
to move on an extra point. Will's got the leg though. That's the one thing. Kyle has the strength to get that. 5 yards shouldn't affect him too bad.
He's only a sophomore too, right?
Yeah, he is.
How many sophomores are playing out here?
Well, you got Wilson is a sophomore. Booth. The sophomore class is very talented. That freshman team they had last year is quite the team.
He's got it.
And he does. And we lost the real big kid. The other K-Ron went down to Connecticut. And Manchild, that kid was 6'5", 260, 270, something like that. But there is a lot of talent in that sophomore class. You have 35 seniors on this team as well. So you got some leadership and experience. But
there's some people making phone calls in the stands right now to other people, other games, and people are not believing this score, I'm telling you.
Well, the fact that North doesn't have anything on the board right now is the bigger surprise. Not that Foxborough's ahead, but North has yet to score.
Yeah.
And, they got a high-powered offense. I mean, they put up some serious points against BC High. BC High is a top team in this state. So right now,
and then though, Doug, you wonder. How good is that league?
That's true. Sometimes,
This Hockomock league's a pretty good league.
Oh, we know that. We've known that for years, Frank.
Yeah.
So we have Jet back there, we have Sellner back there, and we have Hunter back there for the Red Rocketeers. Nice open section in the middle of this field, just beyond that front 5.
Watch out for the run back here.
He's going to Sellner again, and he goes through his legs. Jet's going to end up with it. And there, nice tackle. Number 40, and we got a flag as well.
Block in the back, too.
Number 40 for the Foxborough Warriors just made a great tackle.
Mikey Campbell.
Soup.
Yep.
Soup with a great tackle. Jetty went flying on that one.
During a return. Illegal block in the back.
That helps even more.
On the return team.
You'll see the Soup man come right in there low. Low man always wins, right, Coach?
That's right.
Right there. And we get another 10 on top of that. So North Attleboro is deep. They are on their 12-yard line to start this series, down by 2 scores with just under 2 minutes remaining in the third quarter.
They're in trouble.
They are. And Foxborough right now basically has to keep the pressure on. You do not want to play conservative.
Yeah, exactly.
Being
especially
aggressive.
on defense. You want to be offensive on defense.
Being aggressive has got them to where they are right now.
Lovely and Wilson have to keep their heads on a swivel as the safeties.
Yep, Wilson's coming over now. We're seeing the trips. And, we got maybe motion. Oh, we got timeout. Foxborough called a quick one.
And Foxborough's not happy about the defensive alignment right there. Somebody misread their assignment.
This is a 20-second timeout.
I'm keeping track of this in the second half. Fox won. Oh, yeah, you got them up there. I thought that was a score. I'm only kidding.
Keep it up, Frank. Keep them honest now.
Jack Martinelli showing that fire that we love to see.
He's pumped.
He is. Coach always gets up for this game. I mean, not that he doesn't get up for any game, but I think North is the one he loves to go against. So here we go. We got 1st and 10 at the 12, 13-yard line maybe. And we got Perrin back to pass. And
boy.
Dangerous, off the hands.
That was right through his hands.
Sure was. Number 13 was the intended receiver, Jack Blaze. And you got to be careful because right behind him, I believe was Tyler Ames was sitting there waiting for that tip ball. Right now, that formation, you're going to see those quick slants. Foxborough D-backs are given a little bit of cushion, but it opens up the slants. And North comes again with spread formation, twins to both sides. And Hunter's the lone back. And there goes Lambert, and he's going to take the handoff. And he's nailed. Oh, Valenza.
Another great play.
Why don't we just give that kid the game ball right now?
Right now, he looks like $1 million, I'll tell you. Somebody missed some block.
Oh, obviously. Boom.
Boy, he was in there before the kid could take 2 steps.
They gave him the forward progress, which was the right thing to do. But Valenza was shot out of a cannon. Wow. North Attleboro, 3rd and 15, inside their 10.
I think this Foxborough defense is, let's see if they bring the heat right now. Looks like they got to play a little coverage.
Saltus in the middle, and Saltus looks like he's going, and he is. And Perrin's going to go deep.
There's
an offensive pass interference. It should have been.
He pushed him right in the back.
Should have been. He's not playing defense right there.
Yeah. The only thing that was an uncatchable ball, so they probably weren't going to call it.
Yeah.
But great coverage by Pacitti once again.
Yeah, he's playing a nice game.
He certainly is. So North has to punt, and barring a bad snap, Foxborough should end up with a pretty good field position. Reed's back, the lone return guy for the Warriors, and Jetty is doing the kicking for North. Good snap. And a bad, he's going to get a bounce out of this. Get away from it. It's not a bad kick.
Out at the
it sounded flat coming off his foot, but he got 40 yards out of it. He gets a net of 40, which is pretty darn good at high school level.
Right now, Foxborough's thinking, let's get a few first downs right here.
I agree. We're under a minute remaining in this quarter, and, you march the ball down here. You got 51 yards, 49 yards, to pay dirt, and really would put a lot of pressure on North to try and answer. Foxborough stays in the shotgun, and Howard's going to take the handoff, and he's going to fight ahead for a couple. Not much there.
Another trap. Nice play. Yeah. 54. Nice block.
Yep, and 59. Reed holding once again on a tackle for North. Shoestring job, holding Howard to just 2 yards on the carry.
Boy, both these guys, Howard and Valenza, love to initiate that contact with that ball in their hands. And it's like they're taught their whole lives as playing running back. You don't just have to take the hit. You can be the one that gives the hit.
Yeah, absolutely. It means a world of difference when you're initiating just as much force as the guy hitting you. Here comes Howard in motion. There's a keeper by Slaby, and he's going to get nothing really. North this time finally figured that one out. Chacomba on the tackle, number 74, and that'll be the end of the third quarter. But Foxborough's got to be feeling really good right now.
Oh, sure. Absolutely.
They're going to have a 3rd and long, but they are in North territory.
The rain has really picked up again.
Well,
this would be like about first time in 4 years we're thinking something like that.
Let's talk about the league too. Now this year, Taunton has joined the Hawk League, and they're in the big division. Obviously, they now become the biggest school.
Right.
And I believe they have 8th graders in their high school too, so that makes it even bigger. But because of the way the scheduling's set up, KP and Franklin drops us off their schedule. Now Franklin, I'm not surprised by because their program's been down the last few years, but KP's been on the rise. And last year we saw them come in here and just basically tear us apart in the passing game.
Yeah.
So I was a little bit shocked by them dropping us, but obviously with the scheduling going forward changing and Milford coming in next year, we're going to be playing less and less of the Hockomock teams that we had in the past.
Are we sure we didn't drop them?
I don't think we dropped. I heard that they dropped us.
Okay.
I heard
and Franklin the same thing?
Franklin the same thing. Now, North, coach is always going to keep North on the schedule. There's without a doubt there. And, Mansfield's always going to be there because it's Turkey Day. But barring this new format they're talking about, too, with the playoffs, one never knows. Draw play to Howard, and he's going to get the first down.
He gets it running hard. That is a big first down right there.
Huge.
And we got a Rocketeer down.
Yep. Number 20. Is it 20? You know?
70.
70, I'm sorry. Thank you, Pat.
He's got to come out.
Yeah, Eric Beckwith, number 70, is the injured Rocketeer. He does got to come out for at least one play.
Boy, that was all Kevon Howard right there, not to be denied that first down.
Nice call, too.
Oh, yeah.
So Foxborough now is advanced to the 37-yard line of North Attleboro. And the toss to Howard.
Nice block
Oh,
by
spin
Nader.
move.
Nice
Look at
block
this.
by Nader.
Oh, my goodness.
Nader cut that kid and gave Howard 5 more yards.
44 is down Rodriguez. That could be a big loss for North Attleboro.
That was the block by Nader.
Oh,
And not only that, Frank, Nader went and got 77 after that and put him head over tea kettle.
wow. Howard
Way
laid
to
out.
keep playing.
Howard laid out some guys himself, man. I tell you, Valenza came down on number 13 there, Jack Blaze, basically annihilated him. All right?
Mm-hmm.
And Howard made the spin move, picks up Nader's block, blows into that guy and knocks him backwards, and picks up 6 yards on the play. He is really a
good football player.
Damn good football player. I didn't want to get profound, but a damn good football player. Certainly a lot more than what we saw last year. I mean, I know he was new to us last year.
He was tentative last year. You got to be honest about it. I mean, you could see that he had flashes. That he was just coming into his own a little bit. But this year, he's like the player. He's the guy.
He is the man.
And he's got help. Last year, Valenza didn't run the ball 10 times, Doug. Right? Am I right or am I wrong?
He did not run the ball as much as he should have. I can tell you that much. Rodriguez he looks like he is shaking up pretty good too there. He's moving gingerly off the field, and he's a ball player, that kid. He's made a few tackles here for North, and he's been a force on that side of the ball.
You know what I love about this team, and I said it last week, and this team plays Foxborough football.
Mm-hmm.
That power game, they are running, they are out physical in their teams. And that's something coaches always preached is, you know, it's about toughness.
Yeah, you played for him, Max, so you know. And I think, you know, although it stinks to lose any game, and certainly by 1 point, because then you question every little thing that you could have done differently instead of getting blown out. But a loss sometimes, especially a non-league loss, isn't the worst thing that can happen to you.
That's exactly right.
It wakes you up and makes you make some adjustments. So here we are, Slavey to Howard again, and Howard's going to dance around a little bit. He's trying to find a hole, and he gains maybe a half a yard. There was really nothing there. North did a really good job on
Let's
that
see
one.
this. Can we see this again, Mike? You got to see this kid Nader. I'm telling you, it's fun to watch him.
Sam Connolly, 68, was involved.
I was
in that
watching
tackle.
him on that.
Watch Nader pulling here. We couldn't see it. He leveled another kid. Good job, Paul. Keep working, buddy. Keep working, all of you guys. The offensive line is doing a great job.
Certainly
doing
are.
a great job.
So we have a third and about 3. We're just inside the 30-yard line. Slavey has nobody back there, and he's going to give the handoff to Howard. He's going to turn the corner. This is going to work.
He's gonna make
this is
it.
going to work right now. Did you see the stiff
Stays
arm?
inbounds, too. Yep.
Wow.
Great job all around.
He got the first down using that stiff arm right there.
They're getting better. They're getting more physical. They're getting quicker. I mean, it's funny. As the game's going on, they're getting stronger.
What's this? I love the arm. Here it comes right there.
Yep.
Get away from me. Yeah, look at Lambert running with his arms out. What's he looking for? He's looking for a call from the ref?
He's looking for help.
I don't know. He's running. He's got his arms out, and it's almost like he's appealing to somebody for help. Or it's just a well-run play. You gotta make the tackles. And we're going to see the counter with Valenza, and he's going to bounce into the middle for really only a couple at best. North snuffed that one out, and the big guy, once again, playing a good second half here. Chicomba, 74 on the tackle.
Referee calling timeout for themselves.
Ball's about the 17-yard line.
It's that inside counter. And Foxborough just,
Look, he's dragging 3 guys with him.
Chicomba just overpowered McNeil there. I mean, he's got a height advantage. He's probably about 6 inches taller than McNeil. Neal's a tough kid, but he couldn't move him. Hockomock make the play, and we have a 2nd and 8 situation.
Beckwith and
you know who McNeil reminds me of, Patrick? Pat Kelly.
Yeah, it's true. Wearing 54 as well.
Yep.
Kelly boys made a living on that line for Foxborough.
They certainly did.
Luke again takes this, and he picks up about 4 yards. So we're looking at 3rd and about 6 guys. 3rd and 5. We're looking at 3rd and 5. Slaby brings the play in. We're down to 7.5 minutes remaining in this contest.
You got 2 plays to get 5 yards here.
Yeah. Slaby on a keeper.
He's got him himself.
Yeah, he's going to be a little shy, I think. Is he in there? Yeah, it's going to be close. They're going to measure. Yep, we're going to bring him all the way across. Now, interesting enough today, Karen Dietzel, who's on the chain crew for the Warriors, she told me that North Attleboro has 2 people on the chains, that whenever Mansfield North comes to Foxborough, they insist on having 2 people on the chains and are allowed to have that. And I didn't realize that. I always thought it was the home team's responsibility. So is that a trust factor?
I would say so. I would say so.
You don't even have to ask that question.
But do you really think, I mean, come on. Does he have it? He is
a little bit short.
Inches shy. Good view there. Good shot on the field camera. But, for years I've watched people I know work the chains here, and it never dawned on me that during these big games that there's people from the other towns there. So you learn something every day, as they say. So Foxborough has a chance to seal the deal here. If they pick up the first down, it'll be 1st and goal. If they don't, then North Attleboro is going to be pinned deep in their territory.
It's a win-win.
It's a win-win.
Where do you think they're going? You think they're going to Howard? Or
I'm
you
going
think
right
they're
over
going to
Nader.
Valenza?
I'm going right over
Right
Nader.
behind Nader.
I seriously think North is going to have this box stuff. I think they're going to have 8 guys in the box, and I think you almost can run Howard to the outside on this. Not that I would, but I think that's what North's going to show you.
I think they're going to be. They got a lot of big boys in the middle right there.
I think we're going to call a timeout here too, because we're taking a lot of time on that sidelines. And Foxborough does take a timeout. Slaby gets close on
Timeout,
this. Lowers his shoulder. That's Selner with a nice tackle.
Yep.
Takes
Saved the
long.
first down.
He did. He really did. Made a nice play there.
Because if the big guy right there, Beckwith, tackles him,
Yeah.
then Slaby falls forward
He
for
does
that
fall
first
forward.
down.
And Selner did a nice job of cutting his legs out from underneath him. But Slaby's got it close. I mean, we're talking inches here. Mm-hmm. And you can see the Foxborough Brain Trust. They just showed a picture on the screen there. They were discussing what it is. And
I mean, right now the North Attleboro coaches, Don Johnson's yelling at that defense. This is the game right here, boys.
Oh, it certainly is. The other thing, too, is if you go up under center and go on a long count and try and draw them off, it takes discipline. Foxborough's been in the shotgun most of the night, and there's been a good exchange between Elfman and Slaby, too. The snaps have all been there with a wet ball in hand, too.
Yeah, Tyler Elfman's done a nice job at center.
So here they come, the Warriors. Break the huddle from the sideline. Slaby is going up underneath center. Valenza's going to get the first. He slips. He could have had 6.
I think his knee was down before he got the first.
What about the North Attleboro defense jumping off sides right there? Watch the North Attleboro defense.
Let's take a look at Luke's left leg. I think he went down before he got there. But.
Yeah, he did. But even with his knee, it's where the ball is when his knee hits the ground.
Yeah.
But they did just as I thought they would do, is go up underneath center and try and draw him. And there was a lot of movement, Mac, like you said.
The other thing, too, about the knee being down, bottom line is wherever that ball is placed, because there's no instant replay.
Yeah. We saw that last week.
This rain has been in and out.
I don't think he made it.
Yeah.
They got
Yeah,
it.
he did.
Oh, wow.
Huge.
There's your ball game right there.
Yeah, it is.
Well, we're at 6:44, and the clock's going to start as soon as they get the chain set. And the Warriors are in no hurry right now either.
That was a nice effort for him, for Valenza to kick that out, too, because there was nothing in the middle. And now the rain is really pouring.
You know, there's a website that ranks all the high schools nationally called maxpreps.com.
Yeah.
And when I was researching today and looking it up, Max Preps has North Attleboro as the number 2 team in the entire state, behind Everett.
Yeah,
there's that rain. Look at the sheets.
There's something wrong with those people.
Oh, yeah. Yep. And they're here tonight. So
Slaby under center pitches to Cat Howard. He's going to use that stiff arm again, but North really does a nice job.
Rides him out of bounds.
Yes,
stopping the clock.
The Jetty that was on the tackle, I believe. Unfortunately, it stops the clock right there, too. North does a really good job stringing this out, guys. Yeah, there's Jetty. Starts with Lambert, and then there's Jetty. And
Rodriguez is back in the game. That's good.
That is a good sign for North
Now,
Attleboro.
after
his health.
His health, too.
If we win this game next week, they play Stoughton. Am I to assume
I
that?
think we're home again next week.
We are?
I think we are.
Okay.
Slaby on the keeper. He's not down yet. There he is.
Are we home against Stoughton?
I believe they had a stretch of like 3 home games in a row.
I thought they got to go away to play Stoughton. Maybe I'm wrong. I think that the next home game I thought was Attleboro.
Do we know down in the truck what the schedule is for next week? Attleboro? Okay.
Next week's game is Attleboro?
All right, so we are on the road.
Stoughton and Attleboro, yeah, that's what I thought.
Frank, you're right. Okay.
It'll be the first time this week.
Well,
I think Mansfield's got Stoughton tonight.
Howard again,
Nice
but
play.
nothing. And
Nice
North, we're probably going to see a field goal attempt here by Kyle Will.
I don't know, with the tricky footing out there, they may just throw a pass into the end zone, see what they can get out of it, because clock stops on change of possession anyway.
Yep. North really does a nice job here. 59, once again, just he blows right in there, and it's Reed Holden. We've mentioned his name a few times tonight.
There'll be a timeout coming up shortly from Foxborough, right until we get to 1 second before the 30.
Is that going to be their third?
There it is. Just want to get the clock down as much as they can.
This is a full timeout.
Yep, 3. So North has their full complements, and they're going to need them unless they strike fast because we're under 5 minutes remaining in the game. Foxborough is looking at a 4th down and goal from about the 5-yard line. No, actually, they're at the 10.
You know, even with these conditions, we haven't seen a lot of slipping.
No. I think when Valenza made that cut there, one of the few times that we actually have.
Yeah.
They are going to kick it.
Will's out there.
Why not?
It makes it a 3-score game.
The field's in excellent condition. And
it is. I mean, we're not on it.
Certainly
But
looks like it.
you're not seeing puddling yet. And it's been raining pretty steady all day. And certainly most of this game. Buzniak, the holder. This will be a 27-yard attempt. And he misses it. Well, nothing ventured, nothing gained. And the worst part about it is, I guess, for North is that they get the ball, but they're still deep in their own territory. They set that up where they spotted the kick, right? So,
Yep.
So they're inside their 20.
Well, I got to say, seeing this rain right here, I have a feeling if this game was being played in North Attleboro, there would have been a delay and we'd be playing later this weekend.
Yeah, no doubt about it.
Foxborough, knowing that North Attleboro loves to run that jet, they're like, yep, we're playing at home tonight under those lights.
Well, here comes North, who basically all game long has been in this spread formation. And there's a quick out to Jetty, and he's going to be run out of bounds. Wilson's over there. And City, I believe. So he picks up like 5. Does stop the clock, though, by going out of bounds.
Mark Wilson. Gain of about 6 on the play, second down and 4.
Yep. Just as we thought. So 2nd and 5. Ball's on the 25-yard line. Valenza and there's a pickoff. There you go. Wilson gets the interception, and that's forced. That was forced by the blitz of Saltis and Valenza through the middle. Perrin just lost composure there.
Right.
Yeah, he did. Yes, he did.
That's 2 or 3 interceptions?
That's 2 picks,
we
4 near
4.
picks.
And, yeah, we should have had 4.
But he just threw that thing up because he was about to get hammered.
Yep.
Yeah, let's take a peek at that one.
He sees big 45 coming right
You
at
see
him, which has been a
Saltis, too.
familiar sight all night.
Yep. Look at Wilson. Wilson saying,
"Oh,
thank you very much," and did the right thing. He made sure he got his arms under the ball, went right to the ground.
There wasn't even a North Attleboro kid around him.
No, there wasn't.
Nope.
He threw that right in the middle of the field. So huge.
Perrin just panicked
huge.
right there.
Al Solzio's over next to us, and he's all excited. There you go. Going to ride Valenza right now. He's going to go right into the middle of that North defense. Big number 88 wraps him up right there.
Timeout on North
Preston,
Attleboro.
Palucci.
Timeout.
Luke's
North
coming off.
Attleboro.
He's tired. That kid has
22nd
played his
timeout.
heart out in this game, and he looks like he
So
needs
he
a
hurt
break.
his back.
Boy, Valenza's no dummy. He looks for number 71, and he just gets right behind him when he's running that ball inside, Frank.
Wouldn't you? You know, the thing about Nader is I've watched him since he was a sophomore, and we've had a couple of nice conversations already. I mean, we talk. I've told him, you know, he's a good football player, and he's not huge. He's like 6'1", maybe 235, 240.
A nice build.
And he wants to play defense, and I think he could play defense. But if he put on 30 pounds, he could be a nice offensive guard for somebody.
Tommy Nalen graduated Foxborough High with a thin frame too.
Yeah.
And here goes Howard into the gut, and he's still going. He's still going.
Love the way that kid
Yeah.
runs.
Man,
Watch the blocking here all around, not just Nader.
right into the heart. That was good forward blocking. You can hear the pads popping.
Ryan Smith, all of them doing a
Yeah,
great job.
right there. McNeil. He
McNeil,
went right in
look at
behind
that, look at
McNeil. That's right. There's Elfman.
Just blowing him off the ball.
And look at the leg drive on Howard, too.
Yeah.
He kept him going even while he had a guy on his back. Big first down for the Warriors. We come down to 4 minutes. And we're going to see him again. And he's still, this kid does not go down easy. And Rodriguez back in the game does make the tackle for North. And
Frank, how many yards does Howard have?
North has
Timeout.
just called their
North
second
Attleboro.
timeout.
This is a 22nd
Howard
timeout.
is running that football right now in
Oh,
this
yeah.
game against North Attleboro like a kid that has grown up in Foxborough his whole life waiting for this game.
That's a good point.
I bet you he's probably about $125.
Good
Look at
block
that.
by
Nice cut.
Nader and Elfman
Yeah.
right there.
Look, see, his legs are constantly moving, and Rodriguez, as good as a football player as he is, he had a hard time trying to wrap him up.
Oh, yeah.
Look at him, seal blocks. See?
Read that, saw there was nothing doing on the left side.
One more first down, and this
Yep.
is over.
He's only going to get about a yard out of this, so it'll be third down. We'll see if North going to let this tick down or if they're going to use another timeout. We're going to see a timeout.
What do we throw? 2 passes the whole game?
I think one that I know of. It's just
Yeah, so he completed one of them.
yeah, that's right. So 2 passes. Stay on the ground. Slavey. Touchdown. There's
we
your ball
go.
game. There's your ball game. That's your ball game right there. Great call. Mike Slavey with an excellent run.
61
He picked up an
offense.
extra gear himself
10-yard
right there,
penalty.
guys.
Repeat third
Oh,
down.
there's a flag
said
on the
it right.
field.
Oh, there's a flag. That was a great call. Nice call by Mike Borderi.
No touchdown. They're going to mark it off here. We got some sort of
Steve Catterett
Block
with
in
the
the
foul
back.
here.
Hold or block in the back. one
Jack's
of them.
not happy. Well, it's too bad. Mike Slavey has a good run on your part.
That was a block in the back. Was that what the call was?
It was either that or a hold, and it was 10 yards.
I didn't see the call.
And it was on the other side of the field, too. It had no relevance
We're
to the
now
play.
sitting at a 2nd and 13. And Howard's going to take it right up the gut. And he's going to carry Rodriguez again.
He's going to get about
Stay in
7 or
bounds.
8.
He did a smart thing, though. He stayed in bounds. North just calls another timeout. So worst case, we're going
Timeout.
to burn all
North
North's
Attleboro.
timeouts out here.
This is a full timeout.
I think Rodriguez owes Howard a few bucks for that ride he just went on.
All right. Slavey, is it on the other side of the field? Is that on Smith, maybe? I don't know. I don't see anything here.
Nice run by Mike Slavey. No matter how you cut it.
There's
Great
nothing
call.
on this side of the ball that you would see that sprung him other than
I didn't see
good
it.
block
No, it
and,
was
and,
the
and
guy
nice-
on the
and
other
nice-
side.
Yeah, I think they may have got Smitty over there, but that's too bad because they sealed that real nice. And Mike Slavey deserved that one too. He's done a fine job here tonight.
He certainly has. Commanded the field.
Yep, just what you want out of your senior quarterback. So Foxborough, Howard picked up quite a bit of yardage on that one. The scoreboard says one thing, the down marker says another. Down marker is showing 2nd down. The scoreboard's showing 4th. So I believe it's 3rd myself. Slavey again.
I
Now he's in.
got to tell you something. Watch Nader. He didn't even have anybody to block. The hole was so big. Watch this thing. We got to see this again, Mike. This is unbelievable. You could drive a tank through this hole, and Nader had nobody to block. There he's going, looking for somebody. Look at the hole. There's nobody there.
Yeah, huge. Mike Slavey, too. Look at him. Well, maybe we're going to see the keeper here.
Boy, Mike Slavey deserves it, doesn't
Oh,
he?
he does. He's made 2 back-to-back nice runs here, and one he got taken away from the
I
other
got
one. He came up
50
short.
bucks as he gets it.
He's up under. No, he's not up under center. He's
No.
back there, and we're going to see.
Oh, boy.
Well,
Good move.
He's definitely
Good
going to
move.
get the ball.
Fall right on that.
Yep. North going to call one more timeout here. Yeah, they are.
Slavey makes the heady play right there. It's a
Timeout.
bad snap. No
Attleboro.
sense in trying to pick it
This
up.
is
Just
a
fall
full
on it.
That's
Timeout.
basically that's the first miscue tonight by Foxborough, and we avoided a major disaster right there by turning it over. So we can kill the clock here. North's got 1 timeout left. We don't even have to score.
Well, I'm going to tell you. I'm
But
going
I'd
to tell you
score just for
something.
the heck of it.
I give a lot of accolades to this Foxborough offensive line. This is one of the best offensive line plays I've seen in a couple of years. Anyway, every single one of these kids, and let's run them down too. Zach Smith, number 1, 72. Ryan Smith, 61. 54. Dan McNeil. Tyler Elfin, 68. And Paul Nader, 71. Outstanding job, and all the way down the line, they played a great game.
Couldn't argue that point at all. I mean, they just controlled the clock.
Controlled the line of scrimmage.
I mean, the yardage has got to be staggering, the difference between what North has and us for total yardage.
Yeah.
So we got 2:16 left, and I think Howard's going to get this one, and he's going to take a pop. He got hit, I think, by Lambert. Made that hit on him. And North has got 1 timeout left, and are they going to use it? No, they're going to let this thing tick down.
The offensive line, like you said earlier, Frank, they're not that big, but they play really well as a unit.
Oh, yeah, very, very good, Pat. You can see it. They're tenacious.
Well, here's the flip side of that, guys. As you said at the start of the game, Frank, North has come in with the biggest line we've seen in
Yeah,
years.
yeah.
All right, and we're smaller. And how many years have we sat here watched the game with North's smaller line actually being more agile and quicker? All right,
And beat us up.
and beat us up.
Absolutely.
All right, when we always had the size advantage. So you got Howard right there, and he's going to go into the end zone. Howard's in.
Wow.
Another touchdown for Kevon Howard.
That's the exclamation point right there.
Yep.
This is just a good old-fashioned beating.
Yep. And it's nice to see.
It certainly is nice to see. We've been down for a while.
North has put a few on us over the years.
You
and,
bet.
you know, I'll take a 1-point or a 30-point win, but this is sweet, especially if they can preserve the shutout, because this is a potent North Attleboro team.
Yep, you're right.
So Kyle Wills in to attempt. Snap is good. And the kick is good. So Kyle's 3 for 3 tonight. Did have the missed field goal, but it did not hurt. Team's got to be feeling really, really good. There's going to be some celebrating in Foxborough tonight, folks.
Love watching Foxborough beat North Attleboro, no matter what level it is at any point.
I agree. Freshman team lost a tough one yesterday. They're quite competitive. They're 2-2 right now, and you know they lost the game that they were ahead for a while. JV team hasn't lost yet, and they'll be playing North on Monday, so we wish them luck too. And there's a nice little JV team that's working there. I think. All right, here we go. Take a look at Mike O'Leary.
He'll be roaming the sidelines, even though he'll be not working here anymore, but he'll be roaming the sidelines.
So Will to kick off, and he goes right down the gut, and it looks like Selner again. Got a head of steam. He brings it out to the 40-yard line. Foxborough thinks they came away with the ball.
And they do.
They do. Number 40 for the Warriors.
Mikey Campbell.
Mikey Campbell again, the soup man.
Big day on special teams for Mikey Campbell.
2 nice plays for him tonight.
Well, Foxborough should be taking knees right now. 2 knees puts this game away. Jack Martinelli, the class act that he is, certainly will do that.
Did North Attleboro touch the ball in the fourth quarter?
Yeah, they
had that little, okay.
They turned it over through the interception. So Foxborough in the victory formation. There it is. Wow, it's a shocker. Can't wait to see the Sun Chronicle tomorrow morning. Across the board, even our own David Carty picked North Attleboro to win tonight. And I'm sorry, but I always pick with my heart when it comes to the Warriors. So
well, I'll tell you what, there's no question in my mind that Foxborough's a better football team than North Attleboro.
Yeah, they are.
It was, I mean.
Hands down. Hands down.
I think we beat them 9 out of 10 times.
That's why they play the games.
Absolutely.
All those picks ahead of time.
Yeah.
And look at those kids on the sideline, those kids on the field, how much it means.
It does. Especially the seniors.
Oh, yeah.
I think this is the seniors' first win over that North team. So that's really nice. And a fine coaching job tonight by Jack Martinelli and his staff. Mike Baderi with a good game plan. Defensively, really, really speaks for itself. And we come down to the last 10 seconds. There's a shocker, folks. A shutout of North Attleboro. It's been a while since that's been done.
This Foxborough team, this is a team that's been overlooked by a lot of people in the preseason, and this is a good football team.
Jack said that in his preseason after they had some scrimmages against some good competition. Jack said this is the best team he's had in a long time. So
we held them to 4 first downs the whole game.
Less than 100 yards in offense.
Yeah.
No turnovers in a rainy game.
Yeah. That's a pretty doggone good game right there.
That is Great game plan.
Doesn't take a rocket scientist to read that and see who won the game. So you see the handshakes now, and again, we'll congratulate the Warriors on a well-fought effort tonight.
Boy, those North Attleboro coaches are walking slowly, and they're stunned.
They are stunned. They are stunned. And, well, the good news for them is it's loss to Foxborough doesn't hurt them in the standings. Again, different big division, small division. Just like the win doesn't mean much to Foxborough other than pride and getting momentum. We still got to win our division if we want to get to the playoffs this year. And I'm thinking right now we stand a really good chance.
I would think so.
Yeah.
I would think so.
Definitely. So to wrap things up here, guys, any last words, Pat?
I think that the rest of Eastern Massachusetts is going to wake up tomorrow, look at that newspaper, and start to take notice, because this Foxborough team is really good. And this is like the longest handshake line in history because it's two huge teams. It's going to take like 20 minutes.
Yeah. Yeah, Frank, you got anything there, bud?
No, they said it all.
Okay.
They said it all. We're good.
Yeah, we are. So thanks to all the guys, especially on the field tonight, for sticking out in tough conditions. You're really the backbone of this cable broadcast. Guys in the truck, thank you as well. You were a little bit warmer than we were, but you do a fine job down there. And we'll see you guys in 2 weeks when Attleboro comes here. The Warriors will be hosting them. Hopefully next week we pick up a W in Stoughton. So for the K-Way crew and everybody else, have a good night. Doug Seuss, Frank Jaffoon, and Pat McGuire signing off.
Thank you for watching this Cable 8 sports coverage of the 2012 football season. Game coverage made possible through the efforts of Foxborough Cable Access volunteers. You can watch all the Warrior home games Mondays at 8 on Comcast Channel 8 and Verizon Channel 39. You can also catch us online at fca.tv.org. Follow us on Facebook and on Twitter.